Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share a method I've been experimenting with that has completely changed how I approach complex topics. Whether the issue is political, moral, scientific, or theological, this approach helps me get oriented quickly without getting sucked into endless arguments, comment wars, or biased explanations. It's a way of thinking that combines old school critical thinking with modern AI tools, and the result is clarity instead of confusion. What I love most about this method is that it doesn't require you to become an expert in everything. You don't need to read 10 books, watch 50 debates, or memorize jargon just to have a responsible opinion. Instead, this gives you a structured way to see the landscape of an issue clearly and efficiently. You get to understand what people on both sides are actually saying, not just the caricatures we often see online. By the end of this video, you'll have a step-by-step way to explore opposing views, identify the strongest arguments on each side, and even pressure test those arguments with thoughtful counter-arguments. Think of it as a mental shortcut, not to shallow thinking, but to deeper understanding in less time. If you've ever felt overwhelmed trying to figure out what to think about a complicated issue, this method is for you. If you've ever tried to understand a controversial topic, you've probably felt this frustration. You start by reading an article or watching a video, and it sounds confident and persuasive. Then you find another source that completely disagrees, and it also sounds confident and persuasive. Before long, you're bouncing back and forth between explanations, and instead of gaining clarity, you feel more confused than when you started. One of the main reasons this happens is bias. Most sources are written to persuade, not to explain. People don't just present their own view, they often present a distorted version of the opposing view that's easy to knock down. This is what's known as a strawman argument, and it's everywhere. I recently did a video just on strawman arguments. Instead of engaging the strongest version of the opposing position, people attack the weakest version they can find or invent. As a result, discussions turn into people talking past each other. Real issues get buried under slogans, emotional appeals, and oversimplifications. Even when you genuinely want to understand both sides, it can feel nearly impossible to find fair, balanced presentations of competing ideas. This is where many people just give up. They either default to whatever side feels familiar, or they disengage entirely. But there's another option, one that doesn't require cynicism or blind trust. And that's exactly where this method I want to share with you comes in. At the heart of this method is a very simple idea, but it's surprisingly powerful. When you want to understand an issue, instead of asking who's right, you start by asking what is the strongest possible case on each side. This is known as Steelmanning, and it's opposite of strawman thinking. Here's how it works in practice. You take the issue you want to understand and ask an AI like ChatGPT to present the Steelman arguments for both sides. That means the most charitable, rigorous, and convincing versions of each position, as if they were being explained by thoughtful, well-informed proponents who genuinely believe them. This step alone can be eye-opening. Suddenly, positions you may have dismissed start to make more sense, even if you still disagree with them. You begin to see why reasonable people find them compelling. And at the same time, you also see the depth and the nuance in the views you already lean towards, often in clear, more organized ways than you've encountered before. What's especially useful is that this method scales. It works just as well for everyday decisions like choosing a product or evaluating a policy as it does for deep discussions about morality, theology, or science. The goal isn't agreement, it's understanding. Once you have the strongest arguments on both sides, this is where things start to get really interesting. Instead of stopping there, you ask the AI for Steelman rebuttals to each of those arguments. In other words, how would a thoughtful critic respond to the strongest possible case made by the other side? Then you go one step further. You ask for Steelman rebuttals to those rebuttals. What you're doing is building a small but meaningful argument tree. At each level, you're seeing how real disagreements actually unfold when people engage seriously rather than rhetorically. This process reveals patterns very quickly. Some arguments turn out to be surprisingly resilient, holding up even after multiple rounds of challenge. Others start to weaken once their assumptions are exposed or their implications are examined more closely. Importantly, you don't need to go 10 layers deep. In fact, that usually becomes overwhelming and counterproductive. Just 2 or 3 layers is enough to give you a strong sense of the intellectual terrain. You can see where the real pressure points are, where the disagreements truly lie, and where people may simply be talking past each other. Instead of chaos, you get structure, and instead of noise, you get signal. So why does this method work so well? Well, first, it brings clarity. By focusing only on the strongest version of the arguments, you cut through the massive amount of online noise. You're no longer distracted by bad faith takes, cheap shots, or viral outrage. You're dealing with the real ideas that actually matter. Second, it creates depth. When you look at rebuttals and counter-rebuttals, you start to see which claims are foundational and which ones are secondary. You notice hidden assumptions, value judgments, and background beliefs that often go unspoken. This helps you understand not just what people believe, but why they believe it. Third, it's incredibly efficient. Traditionally, gaining this level of understanding would require days or even weeks of reading books, articles, and academic papers. With AI as a structured thinking partner, you can compress that process into an hour or less. Now, you still have to think and reflect and judge for yourself, but the raw material is organized and accessible. In a sense, it's like having a personal debate coach who presents arguments fairly, never gets tired, and never resorts to cheap tactics. That combination of clarity, depth, and efficiency is what makes this approach so powerful. Another key is to keep the scope limited. 2 or 3 layers of rebuttal are usually enough. Beyond that, you risk information overload and the returns diminish quickly. The goal is insight, not exhaustion. It's also important to actively engage with what you're seeing. Don't just read the arguments passively. Try explaining them in your own words, either out loud or in writing. If you can fairly summarize both sides, that's a strong sign you actually understand the issue. Finally, stay neutral in your intent. This method isn't about winning arguments or proving other people wrong. It's about mapping the landscape honestly. Once you've done that, you're in a much better position to form thoughtful opinions or to revise one you already hold. Let's walk through a simple everyday example to see how this works in practice. Imagine you want to buy a new TV and you're trying to decide whether to buy an LCD TV or an OLED TV. Now, instead of skimming reviews or trusting brand loyalty, you start by asking for Steelman arguments on both sides. For the LCD TVs, the strongest case might emphasize durability, lower cost, and high brightness, especially in well-lit rooms. For OLED TVs, the Steelman case focuses on superior contrast, true blacks, and exceptional color accuracy. Next, you ask for Steelman rebuttals. OLED proponents might respond to cost concerns by emphasizing long-term value and viewing quality. LCD proponents might counter the quality argument by pointing to brightness advantages, lifespan, and practical reliability. You can even go one level deeper and explore rebuttals to those rebuttals. In just a few steps, you end up with a clear, structured understanding of the strongest reasons for each option. Even for a simple decision, this method brings surprising clarity. Now let's look at a much deeper and more abstract example. Gottfried Leibniz's approach to the problem of evil, often called theodicy. This is a classic philosophical debate that has been discussed for literally centuries. You start by asking for Steelman arguments in favor of Leibniz's view. These include the idea that God allows evil because it makes possible greater goods, and that this world is the best of all possible worlds given God's purposes, and that genuine human freedom necessarily allows for moral evil. Then you ask for Steelman arguments against Leibniz. Critics point to the existence of seemingly gratuitous suffering. They argue that not all evils appeared necessary for greater goods, and they challenge the claim that this world could truly be the best possible one. Next come the rebuttals. Defenders may argue that human beings lack the cosmic perspective required to judge God's reasons. Critics may respond that some suffering appears so extreme that appeals to mystery feel morally insufficient. Finally, counter-rebuttals reveal where the deepest tensions lie. In just a short time, you gain a comprehensive map of one of the philosophy's most enduring debates without reducing it to slogans or oversimplifications. So, let me boil this whole method down to its simplest form. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this. Step 1, pick the issue that you want to understand. Then ask an AI like ChatGPT a very specific question. What are the Steelman arguments for and against this? That means you're asking for the strongest, fairest version of each side, not attacks, not caricatures, not talking points. Step 2, once you have those arguments, ask the next question. What are the Steelman rebuttals to each of these views? In other words, how would a thoughtful critic respond to the strongest case made by the other side? And 3, go one step further and ask, what are the Steelman rebuttals to those rebuttals? This helps you see which arguments hold up under pressure and which ones start to weaken when challenged. That's it. 3 steps. You don't need to go deeper unless you want to. Even doing this once or twice will give you a clear picture of the real disagreement rather than hours of scrolling, arguing, or watching debates. But it's important to be clear about what this method does and what it doesn't do. It doesn't magically teach you everything about an issue, and it doesn't replace real knowledge or expertise. You still need enough background understanding to make sense of the arguments, to judge how strong they are, and to notice when something doesn't quite hold together. AI tools are powerful, but they aren't perfect. They can occasionally hallucinate, oversimplify, or miss important nuances. That means you can't turn your brain off. You still have to read carefully, think critically, and apply your own judgment. So, this isn't a free ride to the correct answer. Think of it as a map of the intellectual landscape. It helps you see the overall shape of an issue, where serious scholars and experts tend to agree and where they disagree, and where the real points of contest actually are. This isn't about finding a quick answer, it's about understanding the landscape well enough to think responsibly. And once you've done that, whatever conclusion you reach will be far more informed and far harder to manipulate. If you found this video helpful, consider liking and subscribing. I post regularly about ways to think more clearly, reason more carefully, and pursue truth at the intersection of science, philosophy, and theology. My goal here isn't to tell you what to think, but to help you think better. Consider subscribing to this channel to help reach others who are also hungry for thoughtful, honest discussion. Thanks for being part of that, and remember, thinking well is an act of responsibility.